Incident happened during the badminton men's doubles semi-final involving Taiwan's Tokyo Olympic champions Li Yang and Wang Qilin. Photos show Olympic staff snatching away a map and a green banner with the word Taiwan on it.
Hey everybody, this is Erico and I am back again on whatever screen you may be watching this on. Hope you guys are doing well. I hope the Olympics is still going well. Well, it is. I was looking at like some highlights today and it's just so energetic. It's like you just feel the spirit, the flame, that Olympic flame. I've been loving it. I haven't got to really like watch it live like I want to, but I was at work today and they have like screens, and just seeing like the races and the gymnastics and the water polo, and I'm just like, I would not care about any of this sports any other time or any other time of year, but you know, just it's all just so gratifying and amazing. So we're back in another chapter of mainland China versus Taiwan, and they've brought this negative, nasty battle to the Olympic stage. And it is so, what is the word I want to use? I'm so just a mix of emotions right now. It's so disappointing, just so saddening to put a damper on this Olympic game. This is like monumental, it's historic. Why is it historic, you ask? Because we're having other East Asian places. I'm being slow with this because, you know, just building up the momentum. Really coming through and putting up a fight against China, because China is like the juggernaut, known as like winning all these gold medals because their athletes train until they can't train anymore. And so now we have Taiwan with badminton. They had a historical match where it's seeming like China is in the lead and is pulling the lead, and then out of nowhere here comes the underdog and they're just like, ah. And you know, they score like that last minute winning point or points, and it is like such a shocking upset, not for other people that are watching it, but mostly for like China and mainland China. So this happened with badminton. China lost, and it was their top 2 players of badminton too. So it was just like for Chinese people, especially like pro-Chinese people, like mainland China, the whole system, like when these 2 lost to Taiwan, it was such like a brain melt for some people. People that are more for like pro-democrat, pro-free speech, pro living your life the way that you want to, just democratic, just all across the board, we're happy. And it wasn't so much about the gold medal, even though it was such an amazing achievement. It was more so showing that this place, who is once again tried so hard to have its own voice, its own ideas, its own entity, its own way of life, its voice is being pushed and shouted out through all the noise of mainland China, and mainland China being like this shadow that's eclipsing this place. They have had rules where they were saying that Taiwan has to be Chinese Taipei. That sounds like a bootleg item. That sounds like something you would get at like a bootleg dollar store somewhere, an off-brand item. What is that? I'm gonna need someone to tell me what that is. That's not a place. Taiwan is Taiwan to me. China is China to me. So we get into this whole rules of what is banned and what is not banned, and the lines being blurred with the Olympic Committee and people that are in the stands spectating these games, bringing pro-Taiwan banners, pro-Taiwan signs, wanting to cheer on Taiwan, and people seeing it and saying, oh, hell no, 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 you cannot have this at these games. And there are videos online of people being escorted out. There's videos of people and their signs being ripped away from them by committee members, by random spectators. A random spectator, you mean a random person in the audience. So they're saying that you can't have anything that shows support for Taiwan. But then, see, I'm having like a migraine thinking about these rules. But then they're saying that originally you could have a sign that had Taiwan on it. But then at the other end of that, the flag, their national anthem, and a couple other things are okay. Let me tell you this. I don't advocate violence. And you don't attack the committee members and the people that work for the Olympics. Don't do that. That's a no-no. Never do that. But let me tell you this. If a random person with the same value as me, sitting in the stands, came and ripped my sign out of my hand, someone who was there like I'm there, that's watching the games, Lord help me. Boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. And like I said, I don't condone violence, but you would have got a fist in your face. No one grabs my sign out of my hand. Now, you know, the committee members, that's something different. You know, I mean, they're people that work for the Olympics. You can't really do anything about it. It's still wrong. It's very wrong. It's wrong that it has come to this where people are putting videos online where there's now everyone is seeing the mistreatment and the disrespect, because you shouldn't be taking anybody's signs or anything that they've made to support players that they feel like have worked hard from their homeland. That doesn't make any sense. And now we have media that's reaching out, and we have the whole International Olympic Committee that's saying like, oh, well, you can't have anything that's religious that has a political message. That doesn't have a political message to it. That's literally people saying that they want to support players from their homeland. The only people that are making this political is mainland China. Nobody else is. I don't look at Go Taiwan sign and think political. I look and I think people that want to support the players from their homeland because they see that they've worked hard. The only one that's putting politics in this is China. And what's so funny and hypocritical to me too is that there are actually pro-Chinese people online that, you know, all for like, oh no, Taiwan is definitely part of China. They're like, oh, it doesn't matter, they won one gold medal from us. We have many gold medals. And, you know, we got missiles too. We got many of those, and you better be ready when you get one of those too. See, that's the problem. That's the problem right there. How dare you? Why would you say something like that? Why would you form your fingers to type that? Why would you form your mouth to even say anything like that to anybody? See, this is the problem that we all have, and I hope that they know, and if the whole government is thinking like that too, I hope they know that if they send a missile toward Taiwan, that everybody else is going to get into it too. You know, you're going to get some missiles back at you too. Like, you're going to start a whole domino effect. That's not going to be a cute situation. You all might think that's going to be cute, but that's not going to be a cute situation at all. That's not okay. Like, that's not okay at all. And this isn't against like the Chinese athletes that work hard. This isn't against Chinese citizens either, because they're also caught up in this, and not all of them agree with what is going on, but they're still caught up in it. You know, the athletes, they work hard for all that they have achieved. I applaud when Chinese athletes win anything, whether it's gymnastics, no matter what it is, because they've been winning gold medals for years and years and years, and they work endlessly to win. And it makes me sad that their wins are also swept up in this political agenda that shouldn't be. I do really wish that we get to a point where mainland China realizes that Taiwan has their own beliefs, their own ideals, their own ways of life that is very different from China. China is very more like communist, wants to control people, wants to ban things. We have even a really big example with this, with how they censored Taiwan winning that match and cutting away from the victory and from them playing their anthem and them falling on the floor and going like, yes, we won. They cut to men's gymnastics during that time because they didn't want Chinese citizens to see that Taiwan had won. And once again, in their head, they're the ones making this political. Nobody else is. Nobody else with any common sense would look at China losing to Taiwan as something political. The only reason why it's political is because China keeps trying to insert its control over Taiwan, when Taiwan is constantly saying, no, we are our own place. Because we're very different society. And you all keep trying to force something that shouldn't be forced. China is China. China has its achievements and will always be great in its own way. I don't agree with everything that happens, and Taiwan has its own achievements and is working and striving as well. You all should come to some type of conclusion with this, because what's gonna happen is everybody's gonna get swept up in this, and it's something that I constantly like keep my eye on, because I'm like, it is gonna come to a boiling point, and it's sad that that boiling point involves the Olympics when it shouldn't. And meanwhile, we're having Chinese athletes who, by the skin of their teeth, are losing their matches, or losing their sports where they would normally win gold medals. And it is making me think that it's that bad mojo, the negative vibes that is coming from all of this, and it is stemming over into the athletes and their performances. And it's like, just let the games go on like it should be. This upsets me. It upsets me because it's showing me that a little sign means so much to one side, when a sign is just strong but lighthearted support. That's all it is. So you guys, this is a lot to think about. How do you feel about this whole situation? Congrats to Taiwan. Continue to support in whatever way you can. All of us around the world, we see what's going on. We see you guys. We see how hard you all have to continuously fight to show any type of support, to show any type of love to your homeland. And I do hope that that changes in the future. Follow my social media, mostly my Instagram. Also a blog, Nation Pop Culture. The link is always down in the description box below. And remember, be real, stay real, live in the real, and I will always be back. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video.